welcome to our episode today. My name is Gabriel Oke, and on behalf of everyone at Medicine Tech, I welcome you to today's episode. And as we always do, we always intervene guests discussing about intersection of health and technology. What are the new technologies and what skills are necessary? And as a professional, you get to know how to transition into health tech, either by gaining new skills or um, you know getting some internships, and maybe taking a new degree, things like that. So learning from professionals who have a background in healthcare or who are working in healthcare due to the skills they have at the moment. So yes, today we have an awesome person in the studio. We connected on LinkedIn. His name is Oyeniji Raphael, and I'll read his bio now. And after that, we are going to, have him answer some of our questions on the show today. Raphael is a dynamic medics and product manager. Yeah, he's driven by passion to work on impactful projects and products. And then he has been involved in various tangible projects that have been in, from design thinking, engineering, and marketing aspects of product management. So he's committed to Sustainable Development Goals 3 and 17. He's a founder of Health Lead Initiative, an organization dedicated to training and mentoring young healthcare professionals in leadership and entrepreneurship. Through strategic partnerships with stakeholders in healthcare, finance, and technology sector, he advocates for positive change and quality healthcare delivery. So he has been in various roles with Pit Africa, Innovate Health Africa, and then he's also a doctor, so MBBS from Ahmadu Bello University. And then, yeah, he's involved in communications as well. You can see that you're involved with Health Insights Chronicles. So lots of things to explore, a lot of things to discuss, product management, talking about communications as well, your MBBS degree, why tech now, just a lot of things to discuss. So it's so good to have you, man. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's even start from your undergrad. Like why coming into products after an MBBS degree?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Gabriel, okay, for having me this afternoon. It's quite hot. Yeah, so thank you very much. So, first off, I'm still in med school.
Oh, it's in
I'm
med
still in
school.
med
Oh,
school. Yes, I'm still in med school.
that's
I'm in my
amazing.
500 level. So I'll be done next year. So I'm still in med school. So I can still answer the question you asked. Okay, so why did I like leave the conventional path of okay, everybody wants to goes for the residency program and everything
Mm.
become a consultant. So for me, it's just about more like an inner knowing that I wanted something more. Like I wanted something more than the conventional. And I said conventional when I mean that when you're done with med school, you go for your internship, you go and serve, then you're back for your residency program, and you become a consultant, blah blah blah. But for me, I wanted something more. And when I discovered that tech is becoming something that is coming into healthcare, especially in Africa, like the space is increasing. So why not? Why not just explore this area? So that's why I started giving my time, the resources I have to explore that area. So that's the reason why I move into that.
Okay, so let's focus on how did you get the skills? Like, were you into courses? Like, how did you build the skill
Okay.
sets and competency? Yeah.
Okay, so everything started 2023. I wanted to learn, just as I've said, I wanted to learn. So when I looked at resources and I was like, how can I learn now? What skill do I have to offer? Because I don't just want to just be a consumer of all these skills, all these technological advancements. I want to contribute also to this field. So I asked, how can I contribute? And I was told to learn some skills. So when I was able to look at the skills, I got it grouped into two. We have the soft skill and the hard tech skill now. The soft tech skills and the hard tech skills. So the hard tech skills are this engineering, the the coding and the likes. So and I discovered that I don't have that time to give into learning those coding and everything. So I helped him for the soft skills with that program manager, product manager, project manager. And for me, I got in love with product manager management role. So I pick up skills. I went to Twitter. I could remember that night. I went to Twitter. I search bar. I searched for different. I just searched for product management courses, and I was able to get some materials, some resources. That's how I started jumping on boot camps, going to YouTube to learning, going to Coursera. Udemy, like for 6, 7, 8 months, I was soaking myself every night, at least 45 minutes,
Mm.
taking courses. When I built that expertise, that knowledge, so I started pushing out myself on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and then when I was still on Twitter, but now I'm not on Twitter, they're on Instagram. So that's how I have come this far with that.
Okay, that's very nice. And for me too, I'm currently working on my Python skills, so I know how you have to always be engrossed with what you are learning. It
Yeah,
has to be
yeah,
aggressive for learning, and then
yeah.
you have
Actually,
to,
yeah.
yeah, and also you have to be using it. You have to be using the skill. If not, you get to just forget some of the things you learn.
Mm,
Okay, now,
yeah.
so working on products, you get to work with a lot of people. So how do you manage those work relationships? What kind of tools do you use to manage products? Just to kind of understand your your job, you know.
Okay, so working with product and working with people, because I know, oh, you just have the word product. Products are also people. Even
People.
solutions, it may not be more like physical product or something, app like that. Even solutions that you're building, programs, different things you're building are also part of the product you're also giving up. So for me, being able to work with people has been something that I've been learning, and I'm still currently learning, because people are dynamic. You get it. A lot of things happen, and we are not static beings. We are not robots that when your A will
Mm.
always, okay, your 1 plus 1 will always give you 2 at the end of the equation. But for human beings, a lot of things can happen. So one of the things that have helped me in collaboration, in working with team, is communication, and which I believe is very, very vital, because you cannot communicate, you cannot relate, or you cannot collaborate with an individual if you've not built up a communication link.
Mm.
So for me, I try as much as I can to make sure that I have good communication, good relationship with people that I'm working with. However, there's a place of being conscious, or yeah, be careful of not stepping over the line. And when I mean is that, we it's a work relationship, and you have to be very, very careful in overstepping boundaries. So in all, one of the ways I've been able to build collaboration with people, to build collaboration with team, is communication, effective communication.
So
I
do
hope
you have
that
some
answers the
tools?
question.
Do you have some tools, like maybe technical tools or something that you use, or just any recommendation?
Okay, okay. So yes,
Because
okay.
your
I'll
work
mention.
is sorry, your work most likely are remote, right? Remote
Yes,
gigs,
yes,
yeah. So
yes,
what are
yes,
the
yes.
those soft
So
tools?
so for me, I use basically three tools, but now it's majorly two tools now.
Mm.
I first off I use Slack, and Slack is for communication with team members, and keeping it at a professional level. Some of people I communicate on Slack, I can still communicate with them on WhatsApp, but there's a place of being corporate, or be professional, or be official in your communication. Because if I see your message on Slack and you could have communicated with me on WhatsApp, I'll take it more seriously.
Mm. Mm.
You get my point now.
Mm.
So if you drop a message for me on Slack, I'll pick it up fast. Though I'm very bad with WhatsApp. I'm very bad with WhatsApp. Message can be in my DM for days before I pick it up. So I use Slack. I use Google Meets. I use that very, very well in having meetings with team members, Google Meet and Zoom. And before I was using Asana.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's
Asana.
fine. Yeah. Project management.
Yeah, 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 the project management tool like that. But when I discovered that my team members were not we're not flowing with it as I
Mm.
wanted to be flowing. So I just have to just drop it. Okay, let's just have something simple, because they were like Asana is too complex, a lot of things, progress and
Yeah.
everything. So I just
Yeah.
have to drop that.
So it's kind
So
of
that's why I moved
technical.
to Slack.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a bit technical. Even
Mm.
it took me some time before I watched videos on how to
Yeah.
maneuver my way around it. So I use Slack, and I use Google Meet, and sometimes I use WhatsApp just for solid quick check-ins and everything like that.
Okay, thank you. So let's talk about, I mean, you're right as well. I see you have some
Yeah,
chronicles and all that. So can you share more
yeah.
about that? How did you get into that, and how are you able to manage that as well alongside everything you do?
Okay, so Health Insight Chronicle started. I think me and my friend were going for a visitation, and I was like, "Guy, do you know any newsletter or any publication that is into health, leadership, and entrepreneurship?" He was like, he has not found any. So I got back, I did my research, I found out that okay, it's just little there and there. So I said, let me take it all as a challenge, or let me take it as a project now. So it was last year, February. Um, last year, yes, last year, February. So I started writing. So just as I've said, it just comes from the place of highlighting and talking about leadership and entrepreneurship in healthcare. Because I discovered that this topic is not something that you'll be taught in the four walls of medical school or in the
Mm.
four walls of any healthcare curriculum.
Mm.
Right. So I discovered that okay, why can't we why can't I just have a platform that I will just talk, not something lengthy, just something brief. At least it to serve as a place of informing healthcare professionals about these areas and how it impacts healthcare. So that's how I started the newsletter. And thus far, I think this year I checked the subscribers. I found that we are now 1,100
Mm.
and something subscribers. So it's been a journey. I write it bi-weekly, though I've not been consistent daily because I have a lot to do. But that's just a brief about it. It's just a platform, a chronicles about leadership, entrepreneurship in healthcare. That's
Okay.
just
That makes
about it.
sense. That makes sense. Okay, so now let's talk about I mean you're a student, so let's talk about studentship, like being a student and combining all these things. So what would be your recommendation to a fellow student or a student that is just enrolling? What would be
Mhm.
your advice to the person on getting the best out of university? So being a student 10 years ago, 15 years ago is different from now. For example, now there's AI, there's
Yeah.
a lot of so in terms of
Yes. Yes.
new realities and everything we have now, you can get more opportunities, more remote
Yeah.
gigs, a lot of things.
Yeah.
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 So what would be some of your recommendations to people just coming into
Okay. Okay.
uni?
What was on my mind was that I don't try this at home, but I will just say it. But seriously, it's a very trying and very taxing project if you want to combine school, especially not just any form of degree now, medicine or any healthcare profession as an undergraduate student. You combine it with other things is a very demanding place to be. But for me, my advice to anyone that wants to pick up something like this is first know what you want. Um, know what you want because we are in the age that everything is flashy now. Everything is appealing to the eyes. Everybody wants to jump on blockchain. Everybody wants to become a dev. Everybody wants to become a product designer. You get it is so much because um, in the real sense of it, you can be any of these things and still make your money and still make your impact. But if you don't know what you want, you'll be carried away by everything, everything. So first off, know what you want. Okay, I want to become a product designer. Okay, what resource did I need? What resources did I need? And when I talk about resource, I mean your input, another external input you have to put in also. So what do I need? Okay, I want to become a product designer. Okay, do I have to go for a boot camp? Do I have to learn about this? Do I have to seek out for mentorship? So know the resources that you need. And the second thing is that be ready to pay the price because it comes with a price. It's not easy. I must say there are times that uh, I have to stay overnight to just make sure I complete the modules of the course that I'm currently on. You get. So it comes with a price, and which will eventually, at the end of all, it will worth the price. And embrace the power of mentorship. It's something that I've really helped me in the past 5 months. I was able to lock in with mentors, and these people have been able to guide me, even when it comes to my academics. Okay, Raphael, you are focusing on your career, on your extracurricular activities. Drop it and focus more on your school. Do you get the point now? And the fifth thing is that build in the open space. I cannot emphasize this enough. See, it may be you may not understand it. You may because just as I've said that a lot of things are happening, a lot of flashy things are moving out there. So you may make a post, you may make a content, and it is just one like, and that like is just only you. Do you get the point? It may just be only you, but build in the open. A lot of people are seeing it. A lot of people are just looking at it and like they just want to see your track record with things. How you're able to build up things. Are you who you say you are? Do you have the skills and everything like that? And um continuous learning. Do not be stagnant. Don't say because you took a course on product design for 6 months or 3 months, you think you are the almighty of product design. No, keep learning every day. Keep learning every day. So let me just recap what I've said now. Know what you want. Count the cost. Be willing to pay the price. Embrace the power of mentorship. Build in the open and continuous learning. So for anyone that wants to pick up this path that I'm currently in, this is my advice for them.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Quite practical. So now let's talk about the macro level now. So what are the opportunities out there that you feel
Okay.
like if a student can
Mhm.
give at least one, no, 1 hour is much, but so I can give at least 35 to 40 minutes per day for 5 days a
Okay.
week too. What are the opportunities out there that if
Okay.
they can combine that 45 minutes per day for 5 days and
Okay.
then over the maybe 6 months that they can tap
Okay.
into to increase their chances of success, making money, influence,
Okay.
and I mean
Okay.
just high status, What do you think?
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. So so for anybody that just wants to just build something, that want to learn something, and you want to create an impact in the space that you are in, um, I'll start off from my own space. For example, if you want to build in the health tech space, and even it's not even only in the health tech space, we have fintech, we have government tech, we have logistics. There are different spaces that you can use because now, if you are learning a skill now, I'll advise anybody to just for look for skills that is connected with tech. Do you get? Because that is the future, and the future is not in the next 5 or 10 years. The future is now. We have the future now. So first off, look for okay, whatever thing you are doing, how does it interconnect with tech? How does it play along with tech? You can say you want to be a designer, good one, but where is the techie part of it? I don't know if that is sounding somehow, but just look for a way that okay, you are not just doing the conventional, you're not just doing the convert, the normal thing that everybody is doing. So um for someone that wants to go into tech now, I'll start off with how I made my own analysis and how I got to where I am today, a step-by-step analysis. First off, look at the tech skills. There are different tech skills that we have, right? And thank God you said you're also into Python and the likes. Okay, we have hard tech skills and we have the soft tech skills. So, for example, as a medical student or as someone that is having maybe a 9 to 5 job and is a very, very lengthy job, you have a lot to do. I may not advise you to go into something hard tech, like a core tech, because it takes a lot from you. It takes a lot of mental work, a lot of you giving a lot to it.
Commitment.
Yeah, yes. You can't say you want to learn how to code and giving 30 minutes to it every day. I don't know if that works. Do you get the point? So okay, what do I want to learn? What is my currency? Because I know that they say there's money in tech, but my brother, whatever job you are happy, please keep it first and keep looking for the other job. Don't leave it and say because they say there's money in tech, then you go and tell your manager, I'm dropping my letter to resign. No, don't do that. Let's be wise. So pick up the skills that you'll be able to work with. If it's product management now product management role or product design role, even design in itself, it's a little bit hectic. Yes, just look. Okay, product. You want to become a content creator. You want to be a video editor. You want to be a social media manager. Now, 30 minutes every day. For me, when I started with 30 minutes, 45 minutes every night, 12 to 12:45. Anything I'm doing around that time, I switch it off. I move to my Coursera and I start watching videos. I have my book, I have my writings, keep writing them. I write everything, whatever I'm learning. Now, that's one within in the space of 30 3 months to 6 months, you can be accumulating those knowledge. And not just accumulating the knowledge alone. While accumulating knowledge, be reaching out to people. For example, when I started as a product manager on LinkedIn, I made sure every day, though I was not consistent at a point, I reached out to at nothing less than 5 people. I sent them a personal invite. Good afternoon, good day. Because everybody has different time. I say, good day. My name is Raphael. A 500, a 400, then I was in 400, a 400 level medical student. This is what I write to them. With interest in healthcare leadership and entrepreneurship, I am currently upskilling into product management. I would like to connect with you. Do you have a 15 minutes time to interact with me? Thank you. I'll send it to them. It's not all that reply, but a number will send me back. Raphael, we see what you are doing. Well done. Do you get the point? So I was creating an environment around me. Whatever knowledge I was getting then, whether I know it's right or I don't even know what I'm doing there, I'll go and write everything, pick it as a post, go and send it on LinkedIn. Do you get? I was joining different communities. So for me, that's how I was able to build my expertise, and which is something I would advise anybody also to do. So just know what you want, know the price it will cost, give out the time, 30, 45 minutes every night be learning. And with time you see yourself growing in the space.
Okay, thank you so much. I think the last question will be about how you're able to balance your work-life balance. I don't know if you prepared for that question because
Okay,
this seems to be quite a lot of things to combine. So I don't know how you're able to balance
okay,
work with. I mean,
okay,
as a student to student, what are your practical steps on how to balance them?
okay. So work life balance. Okay, I don't believe in balance. That's just it. Balance is you have to work towards it. There's nothing like you have to just be want to be intentional about the balance. So for me, when it's time to work, I work, and when it's time to do things with life, I also do things with life. However, not that I just leave everything to just work. I'll burn out. So one of the things I do is that I I relax. When it comes to relaxation, I make sure that I watch movies. I watch movies to relax. And I tried to engage in sport, but it's like it's not working for me. I don't play football, but I'm trying to learn badminton, which I've been learning since for the past 8 years, but it's not working out for me. Maybe because I've not given it enough time. So, but when it comes to work-life balance, for me now, it's more of work, academic, and life, because these are just the three major areas of my life. So, and I believe in the God factor, very, very, very important. And for me, all these I've been able to um, navigate around it through the help of God, through the help of friends, through the help of family, and also mentorship, which is something that in the last 5 months has really been exponentially. Um, it has given an exponential, how will I put it, source. or elements to my growth, power of mentorship. So that's what I can say around work-life balance for me.
Nice. Nice. I think that would be all, except if you have any other thing to add. Do you have any other thing to add?
Okay.
Or
I
maybe
don't have any.
maybe projects you're working on, how people can connect with you. I mean, just taking it further from here.
Okay. So I think just to talk about some of the mistakes that I've made, and I'll just highlight it to people. First off is the power of confidence. The
Mm,
power of confidence. It's very, very important. And if you have the skill, if you have what it takes, just shoot for it.
mm,
Shoot for it. And the worst that can happen is a no. And the worst that can happen is just a no. And you've learned from that experience. You've also learned one way of overcoming that. So that's first, confidence, and number two is execution and taking steps.
mm,
It's good to have ideas. It's good to have so much that you want to do, but people will know about it when you put it into action. People will know about it when you're actually doing something along that line. So
mm,
for me, I've learned so much about execution because it's coming from a place of not taking things serious, not just writing ideas. I won't say I'm not taking this, I did not take it serious. I took it serious, but the execution component of innovation was not something that I was well schooled on.
mm,
Innovation is more than just having those bubbles of ideas,
mm,
right?
mm, mm,
It's even putting it to work, and that is where a lot of people like um, have a lot of issues with it. So execution, confidence, because with this confidence, I'll hammer it because I got a role recently with an organization, and it's a role that I did not even prepare to get because I just saw I went to the company what's it called page on LinkedIn, and I saw that they put up a role for director of operations, and I just casually sent my resume to them. I wasn't even expecting much because the company in the UK, and I was like, okay, let me just try it. And I got a mail from them, and 2 weeks, I think a week, the mail was in my box, and I did not know anything about it. So I was just checking my mail on the Monday, and I got a mail from these people, and it was even a second mail they sent that, did you get our message, like our mail? We have been waiting, like we are waiting for a response. So I have to send another mail. I'm sorry. I just checked my mail to see this now. So they were like, okay, no problem. Are you willing to drop on an interview? So I was like, is this how it is? So that's like drop on the interview from one step, from one phase of interview to another phase, like two phases of interview. And finally I got the job. So it's just like just going for it. And when I got the job and I was like going out through, I discovered I was even the only, okay, we're just two Africans on the team, on the whole team. And I was like, wow, this is something I wasn't even expecting. So it's all about just having the confidence, going for it, executing it. Because that day could have been, okay, I'll apply, and till the operation, the offer will go. So confidence, execution, and the place of God. So I think that's just my advice for anybody that is just trying to launch out to their career.
okay.
So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed our conversation, and even for me as well, I learned a lot. A lot of things to
Thank
also
you.
add to what I'm doing. So it's impressive.
Thank you
Well
very
done.
much.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well. So until next time, I remain Gabriel. Okay, for the Medics and Tech team. Bye for now.
Bye.